December 25th, 2028. Hello, my friends. I'm the FlightlessBird, and this is your story-based gaming channel. And a little health update. I'm still feeling not well. I did an episode of Chrono Cross today. After about 30 minutes, my throat felt absolutely atrocious. But I want to do an episode tonight because I really want to know what's going on with this mystery. And I feel like we're so close. How far or not I get, I'm not sure, but yeah, I want to get back into this. Now, the reason I said December 28th or December 25th, 2028 at the beginning is I have a theory. My new theory is, and there's not much left in the game, I can imagine, so I'm sure we'll know if this is true or not very soon. My new theory is Alice, Clover, and Sigma were all captured on 2028. Then we were put into the 3 pods and 50 years passed, or 49 years passed. So basically, even though the game tells us right at the beginning it's 2028, the current date as of right now is actually 2078 or 2077. That's my theory going into this episode. It's probably gonna be my last theory because, well, we're almost at the end. Yeah, so let's figure out what's going on. And once again, if I sound awful or messy time to time, bear with me because I just want to see how the story goes. AB room passed. Huh. Ugh. Well, that actually does sound like me right now. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Darn it. Feels like my head's gonna explode. Man, yeah, that is basically how I feel. Wait. Where the heck am I? Looks like an elevator, but...
No. This is one of the AB rooms.
Gah! Who the heck are you? Wait a second, this is... Okay. Just need to check. All the dots. And what the heck's an AB room?
Damn. I guess you did lose your memory after all.
Memory? All the dots. All the memory dots. Memory. All the dots. All the please remember dots. Here we go. Sounds like a Mario game. Here we go. I remember. You're a Phi. She grinned. When is this?
Check your bracelet.
It's a red pair. BP is 3.
Mine's the same.
Does this mean this is the beginning of the game? We've gone back to when we first woke up in the AB room?
No, not quite. I think we woke up a little earlier this time.
How do you know that?
Push the buttons on the side of your bracelet.
2 hours, 15 minutes. But we never really did that before, right?
We didn't wake up this long before the primary doors opened last time. I think we're about an hour early.
Wait a minute. If you're right...
Yeah. Akane might still be alive. We got back before Dio killed her. I think.
Then...
Right. We're here for one reason.
We're here to save Connie. To stop her from getting killed.
Exactly.
Let's move. We need to get out of here, fast.
Don't need to tell me twice. Let's go.
Please don't do an escape room. Oh, come on. Seek away. I haven't done this in like, what episode is this on anyway? It's been like 3 months. Seriously, this has been about 3 months. How am I supposed to remember what to do here? And I'm the one who's not feeling as well either. We had a, hold on a second. I have a notebook and I have taken notes extensively in this game. So if I go back to the very first, okay, well, I can't go back to the very first page because that's 999. But if I keep looking in my notebook, I should have somewhere my notes from Fortune Last Reward, and I should have the code. Wait a second. Memo. Archive. Password. Moon star star. You need to remember the password for the safe. We figured it out last time. Once the password is found, it will never change. Going back to the past to change the timelines won't alter it. So, moon, star, star. Hey, that works. Can't believe it. It works. There, it's open. Good work. Hurry up and grab the cracker. Cracker? Ah. Darn, I meant key. How the heck do you get that? Just shut up and do it. Alright. By the way, I didn't put on the timer. Sorry. But I guess this is the fastest time we've ever had. I wonder, is the other password here? Archive. Moon, moon, moon. No point. Okay, never mind. Let's go. How do I exit? Sigma, what are you doing? We have the key. Open the door. Trying to remember where the door is. Where is the door at? I know I sound like an idiot, but here it is. All right, let's just put the key in here. For God's sake, just do it already. No need to yell. All right, good. Looks like that worked. Ready, Fi? What do you think? I know. I don't need to ask every time, right? Then why the heck are you asking? Hurry up, Band. Right. I'm going. 10, 9, 8, 1. Done. And that was funny. I enjoyed it. Hey. You pushed the button. Bite me. You were taking too long. Want a schedule here. Ugh. You found it. And I don't know, what was that? 2 minutes? Whatever. That doesn't count. We already had the password for that. Vi and I climbed up through the hatch and out onto the top of the AB room. It took us only a moment to spot them. Oh no, Akane! Behind her was Dio. He was moving quickly and quietly, a knife glittering in his right hand. Darn it! There was no time to yell to her. I scrambled down from the top of the AB room. Vi wasn't following me. When I looked back, she was still standing on the roof. Vi, what the heck are you doing? Get down here, Ant. Before I could finish, she moved. She ran across the roof, launched herself into the air. Oh, you go, girl. Oh, that was so cool. You know, the fact they don't have animations that often make it so when you do have an animation, it's just amazing. Well, what the?
He's fine.
Good job, Vi.
Just unconscious.
I bent down and held my fingers in front of his mouth. He was still breathing.
I don't think he saw me. He probably has no idea what happened to him.
Guy went down like a sack of potatoes.
He had it coming.
I heard footsteps come to a stop right in front of us. Kane! We saved her! I looked up.
So you came. I've been waiting for you.
All the dots. All the dots.
You're here to hear the rest, right?
Yeah, that's kind of freaky. You know that. But yes, I am. Wait. Just wait a minute. What the heck is your deal? How can you be so calm? If we hadn't shown up just now, you'd...
Have been stabbed in the heart by this young man and died. Yes. Although, that reminds me, I haven't thanked you yet. Thank you very much. I very much appreciate you saving me.
No problem? What?
Hold on. How do you know about being stabbed by Dio? Are you an Esper too?
Yes. Indeed I am. I am able to jump through time, just like you.
Then what the heck were you thinking? If you knew he was going to stab you, why were you going to let him do it?
Because I had to.
You what?
Think back. Why are you here? If I hadn't been killed by Dio, no one else would have been murdered. Consequently, your own abilities would never have manifested.
All the dots. All the dots.
I did explain, didn't I? The purpose of the AB project was to send the two of you to the past. Or your minds, at least. In order for that to happen, some death was necessary. When a human brain is faced with danger, its processing speed increases. Information is processed more quickly, and time almost seems to slow. A few seconds can feel like an eternity. Unfortunately, that in itself isn't enough to send oneself through time. The amplitude of the consciousness is simply too small. In order to increase the amplitude, we need to slow down the brain before the increase happens. It's a little like a slingshot.
Is she talking about why Radical 6 is necessary? I don't know. Yeah, I'm sorry. Continue.
You pull back on the rubber band and then let go. The potential energy you stored in the band is released and converted into kinetic energy. That's what fires the bullet out of the slingshot. Now, while a slingshot can only fire in one direction, your mind isn't similarly limited. When the bullet of your consciousness is fired from the slingshot of your brain, it travels past the three-dimensional world and into the four-dimensional one. From that perspective, time is no longer fixed. In other words, you can travel to the future, the past, whenever you like. Your consciousness has been released from the three-dimensional cage. In order for that to happen, I had to infect you with Radical 6.
Uh-huh. What? Okay. Whoa, what?
We're infected with Radical 6?
Yes. Don't you remember, Sigma? Luna should have told you about it in another timeline.
Are you sure? Infecting all of these people with such a horrible disease?
Every single one of you has been infected. Well, apart from Luna, of course.
All the dots. All the dots. You know what I need to do is I need to go back and look at the one death scene where like everyone died except for Kay to see if Luna was also killed. Maybe, but then again, it did say that Luna acted like she was designed to act like she was human. So if she saw everyone else killing themselves, she might have done the same thing as a way to make sure she appeared human. So that's not a plot hole. Okay, I can buy that. All the dots.
Unfortunately, it was necessary. We needed to slow your minds in order to store up your potential energy. Then we provided a dire situation that would accelerate your processing speed.
And it was said in 999 that you need an element of danger in order for the morphogenetic field to be tapped into. So this is actually true to the original game as well. Very good.
The result is what you are now experiencing. Your consciousness now occupies four-dimensional space-time.
All the dots. All the dots.
Even that, however, wasn't enough. You had the ability to travel, but your memories could easily be lost during the trip. If the project was to succeed, you had to be able to retain everything you learned in each reality.
But why? Why was the game needed? What's going on?
That was the reason you were forced to jump so many times. With each jump, your ability to remember improved. Eventually, you would be able to retain everything.
All the dots. All the dots.
That is why we made you play the A-B game. That was why you had to select different chromatic doors. By forcing specific choices, we could cause you to make more jumps.
But why? I get it. I think I finally understand. Well, okay. There are a lot of things I don't understand. But all of what you told me makes sense. Although, why is K us? I mean, there's still a lot of questions, right? You did all of this so that Fi and I could jump through four-dimensional space with our memories intact. Right?
Yes.
But why did you need us to do that? Yes, that's what I want to know. People have died for this. I mean, let's count how many different ways people died. Murder, antimatter explosion, suicide. I've died, so has Fi, so have you. All the deaths. So why would you do all this? What does it matter that Fi and I jumped through time?
Haven't I told you? Death was unavoidable. You were all destined to die. Sacrifices had to be made for the sake of the project.
And what's the project? I already know all that. What I'm asking you is why? What is so goddamn important that it's worth all of this?
Ah.
All the dots. I can't do an Akane voice. The dots. You can't do an Akane voice, dots. I'm sorry, Akane. I didn't mean to make you sound like an old crone, but you kind of look like an old woman.
I'm sure you'll figure it out eventually.
Oh, come on. We're at the end of the game. Don't tell me that.
What? Just when is eventually?
In a future not very far from now.
Ah, bull. That's not good enough. Why can't you tell us now? Instead of answering, Kane knelt down next to Dio and picked up the knife off the floor.
I'm going to keep this with me.
Don't change this subject.
But it's almost time.
What are you talking about? We got plenty of time.
No. In a few moments, you'll return to the original timeline.
What?
This is the way it has to be. Don't fight it.
What, she's a Mandalorian now? All the dots. I need answers, dang it, dots.
Logomorph.
Logomorph? Is that like something that a Chocobo says in Final Fantasy?
Yes.
What?
Logomorph?
You call him Zero Jr. His official designation is Logomorph.
Logomorph. All the dots. Does anyone know what logo means in Latin?
Logomorph, this is an order. Unlock my bracelet.
Compliance.
And she puts it on Dio?
Now,
Yep.
everything is in place. I have put the bracelet onto Dio. All we have to do is place his body in the 5th AB room, the second one from the right.
That's the one Quark is in, right?
Correct. I will move him. I will also put your bodies back into the 3rd AB room. Once that's done, I will reset its puzzle to an unsolved state.
Why do you need to do all that?
To recreate the history that you remember. Your consciousness is about to leave your body and return to the future. Your body will be emptied, and your other consciousness will jump back in. If your bodies aren't back in the 3rd AB room by then, it would be bad.
So you're saying some version of us is going to wake up in that room and repeat the same history again? Well, I guess this could actually be our 2nd or 3rd time.
You are exactly correct.
All the dots. All the really bad case of deja vu dots.
Lastly, I'm going to leave this with you.
She paused and pulled something out of her pocket. It was a small key attached to a string. Huh?
I'll tie it onto your ankle so that you won't lose it. All right, Sigma?
What's it say on there?
Tu fui ego eris.
That's that saying on the tombstone.
It's Latin. It means, what you are, I was. What I am, you will be.
Yes.
What am I supposed to do with it?
It will help you meet someone who's very important.
What? Or who? I mean, when? Just all the W words?
Go. Return to the future. You won't be alone. I will be at your side, watching over you. Now hurry.
Wait. I still... Here we go again. All the Michael J. Fox dots. Or all the Great Scott dots. You know, I'm getting sick and tired of saying to be continued game. Ah, another destination. Alright. Time to see what this new destination is. And it's way down here. Anything else? I just have to look around because I have to know. Anything else? By the way, if someone can, I may do this myself, but if someone can look at this escape room and make sure there's nothing new here, it does say Archive 0 of 0, and this is Archives 8 of 8, 14 of 14, 10 of 10. I may go back to this room just to make sure that the archives is, you know, why don't we go ahead and do that right now? It's not going to take us long. Yeah, we already got the secret way out. We should be able to do this really, really quickly. Let's just double check to make sure there's nothing here. Archive. Which one is it? Password? And it's the moon one that I need. Moon. Nope, nothing here. Okay, I opened it. No, that's the wrong password. We need the other one to get the key. Okay, I think we can officially say that there is nothing left to explore here. All right. Are you ready for this, you guys? Let's jump back to the future.
Oh, looks like you're awake.
I don't know if I should call you Temuje or Junpei. Is this the infirmary?
Why are we here?
Do you know what happened at the AB gate?
Kay and I went back to the infirmary, but...
We waited and waited, and the two of you never returned.
So we went to the warehouse to check on you.
We found you passed out in front of the AB rooms.
Kay and I hurried back here with you.
Thank you, Luna. Thank you, Kay, me. This game is just too confusing. I looked over at Phi and I met her eyes. Do you remember what happened just now?
You mean what happened a long time ago?
Well, a couple hours ago maybe. I guess that's a long time ago considering everything that's happened. And how many different versions of it we happened. You got him pretty good, huh?
Huh. Yeah, I remember all right.
Hey, what are you guys talking about?
Quirk!
What am I? Chopped liver?
Alice!
Back among the conscious and not psychotic, huh?
Yay!
Yeah, thanks. Grandpa told me what you did. Thanks for finding the medicine for us.
Hey, no problem, kid. All in a day's work. Although, I wouldn't mind a little swimsuit action.
Really grabbing at straws here, aren't you?
Hey, I wasn't talking to Quirk. That was an offer for Alice.
Not really my point.
Oh, whatever. Forget about that.
I agree. Let's move on to Luna instead.
Now that you guys are awake, all we gotta do is open the number 9 door.
Huh?
What are you talking about?
Look at your bracelet.
Oh, they ran the game multiple times while we were unconscious. Ah! It says 10. I have 10 BP.
I've got 15 BP? That means I got 6 more points while I was out.
But how?
You've been asleep for more than 2 hours. We've played the AB game 3 times.
Aw, thanks guys. 3 times?
Yes. Of course, the color and group assignments were shuffled around each time. But no matter who voted, everyone chose Ally.
Yay!
And now all of us have enough to leave.
Woohoo! We're all gonna make it out together. Except, where's Kane? I was stunned. How had everyone cooperated long enough to raise all of our BP past 9? Was it because Akane hadn't been killed? Without a death to start things off, maybe we'd been less suspicious of one another. Or could the bombs have had something to do with it? We'd all joined forces against Dio, and Phi and I had been able to disarm all of them. All of us had banded together against a common enemy and overcome a tremendous threat. Perhaps that had strengthened our bond. Which, I had to admit, would be somewhat ironic. After all, Dio had planted the bombs that forced us all to work together against him. This must have been what Akane was talking about.
Haven't I told you? Death was unavoidable. Sacrifices had to be made for the sake of the project.
Come on, let's go! Let's open the door and get out of here!
Wait. What about him? All the dots. All the Dio dots. After some discussion, we decided to leave Dio behind. Oh, really? Alice was the only holdout. She complained about wanting to take him back to her superiors. But after I mentioned they'd come back to investigate after we escaped and deal with Dio then, She reluctantly complied.
All right, let's get going.
I still don't like leaving behind. Like, seriously, I'd rather have him with us all tied up than behind where who knows what could happen. Warehouse A. I mean, what's my biggest fear? My biggest fear is that Dio is also an Esper and somehow can jump in time to free himself and then cause more devastation. Although, it's possible, but we haven't seen... Nah. Everybody ready? I'm gonna open it.
Yes, just get on with it.
Everyone else swallowed and nodded. I grabbed the lever and pulled it down. Here we go.
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds.
All right, everybody. Let's move. I didn't need to tell them twice. The room inside was clearly a loading elevator. It looked sort of like a large plate on top of a huge pedestal. We ran to the center of the plate and turned around. The number 9 door stood wide open.
2, 1,
What about Connie, though?
0. The number 9 door is closing.
Well, what about Connie? And what about Kay? And what about this key that we have? So many questions.
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the Nonary game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked.
And up we go. Still so many questions. And who is Zero? I think that's still the question that hasn't been answered yet, right?
Looks like we did it.
Yes, we should keep moving.
Beyond the door was a wide hallway that ended in a very solid wall. To the left, we found a very familiar looking door. We pushed it open and went in. The pressure exchange chamber.
You know what this place is?
Yeah, sort of. This whole facility is pressurized, apparently. I think the idea is to keep the air outside, and consequently the virus from getting inside. That means that if we want to go out, we had to decompress so we match the outside air pressure. This room here is where you prepare for going into the actual pressure exchange room. You see all those suits along the wall? I figure we need to put those on and head to the decompression room downstairs.
Whoa! Hold on a minute! You're saying the air outside is full of that horrible virus?
Yeah, that's what it seems like. Of course, according to Akane, we were all already infected with Radical 6. So the whole room seemed a little pointless.
Why? How did all this happen?
Did they?
No. That's not possible.
We've come this far. We can't turn back now. Let's go outside. There's no way to know what's really going on until we do.
All the dots. I agree with myself dots. So weird.
All right.
No one else objected. We all donned the protective suits and head downstairs to the decompression room. As soon as we were all inside, the process began. Though my helmet, I could hear the soft hiss of air being sucked out of the room. We stood there for several minutes, waiting for the process to finish. Just as long as that giant demon rabbit plushie isn't here. God, I still remember that thing scared the heck out of me. At last it did, and we heard the door begin to open. Beyond it was another decompression chamber. We repeated the process 2 more times before we reached the final door and opened it. Thank you for watching this video. Feel free to comment on what you saw and what you would like to see next. I always love to hear your thoughts. Please be sure to like and subscribe for more. Also, please do not forget, you matter. You are brilliant and you are loved. And you should always remember to be true to yourself. Don't let the world tell you any different. Much love to you from your friendly feathered flightless bird. Till next time.